Hi everyone, welcome to another Tivoli Hi-Fi YouTube video where we're always delivering sound excellence. Today we want to talk about Wilson audio speakers. So Wilson are a company that have been in Tivoli Hi-Fi for a while. They had a little bit of a break, but they've come now back, and I wanted to run through with you today about a little bit of a history of Wilson Audio. So they started out in the 70s. David A. Wilson and his wife Cheryl started the company, and he was head of the company right up until his sad passing a couple of years ago. It's now under the expert guide of his son Darryl Wilson, and they're still making some of the most amazing sounding speakers out there today. So some of the things that make Wilson such a special company is their unending quest to make things better, and that goes for any part of the loudspeaker, from the cabinet materials they use, which are exceptionally hard materials to machine. These aren't traditional wood materials, they're composite materials and epoxy materials, which are incredibly dense. Their driver technology, and also even now they've just bought a capacitor company, so they're actually making all their own capacitors for their crossover networks in-house. Gives them an amazing ability to tune and tweak and find the most musically accurate way of doing things. So as I say, I've given you just like a really brief history of Wilson Audio, but what we do have available in the shop and with any purchase of a pair of Wilson speakers is you'll actually get the Wilson Way, which is a full history of Wilson Audio, all done on archival paper. It's an absolute glorious history of Wilson Audio and what they do. So all the Wilson speakers are made in Utah, and all the finishes that you find are high-grade automotive finishes. So you won't find Wilson being made in a wood veneer finish. So I'm going to take you through three models of Wilson speakers that we have on display at Tivoli Hi-Fi. The first being the SabrinaX. This replaced the original Sabrina speaker, which ran for about 5 years and was a hugely successful model for Wilson Audio. The X in the SabrinaX stands for the use of Wilson's X material, which is drawn from research they did for their flagship speakers. So we have a traditional sort of three-way speaker with your tweeter, dedicated mid-range and 8-inch bass driver, ported at the back, and also a vent for the mid-range as well. A little bit difficult to drive. They're a 4-ohm load, do require a little bit of power to make them go, but when you put the right amplifier behind them, they just utterly sing. A couple of reasons for just how well they perform are the use of the new tweeter, which is directly descended from the Chronosonic XVX, one of Wilson's top line speakers, and also the same bass driver that's actually used in the Sasha DAW, which is the next speaker up in the range. So they have a trickle-down technology that draws from their high-end products. The other thing is the use of their own capacitors that I mentioned earlier. So this is the first model that's actually featuring Wilson's own dedicated capacitors for their products. The next speaker I want to briefly touch on is the Sasha DAW. So the Sasha DAW has evolved from the original Watt Puppy designs of David Wilson to its current incarnation, which is a tribute to him. We have here we have basically our separate cabinets. Our bass cabinet made of the X material with our two 8-inch bass drivers, and then our dedicated mid-range housing, which is made of the S material. And over extensive R&D and testing, this was found to be the best combination of materials to give you the best result. And lastly, so in terms of impedance, 4-ohm load similar to pretty much all the Wilson speakers, but a bit easier. It's actually up in the 92 dB mark, I think, for efficiency from memory, versus around 87 for that guy. So a lot more amplifier friendly. We can find this being used with a mixture of tube amps or solid state amps, all to get the desired result. So finally we have the Alexia Series 2 from Wilson Audio here. So these are essentially we have 3 cabinets, so own housing for tweeter, for mid-range, and then for our bass section. Our bass section features an 8-inch woofer and a 10-inch woofer. They go down super low. But what this allows us to do for each individual installation is precisely tune the speaker and all the distances to the ideal listening position. When we set up a pair of Wilson speakers in someone's home, we use the Wilson Audio setup procedure and voice the speakers for the best position in the particular room. So here we're looking at the back of a Wilson Audio Alexia 2, and it might be a little bit hard to see, but we have our 3 individual cabinet sections. So here we can actually adjust each tweeter in the mid-range section for listening position, and also we have the ability to change resistor values for the crossover, just to tweak things by a couple of dB here or there. So we briefly touched on the Wilson Audio sort of finishes, which are a high-grade automated finish, but of course we have a full swatch available for you because Wilson not only do sets of standard colours for each speaker, they do option for some more esoteric sort of colours, and then also if you have a particular finish that you want, Wilson are always more than happy to try and do that for you as well. So these are the three main speakers that we have on display and on demonstration here at Tivoli Hi-Fi, which you're more than welcome to come in anytime we're open to have a look and a listen and experience the Wilson sound for yourself. Keep an eye out for our next video coming up soon, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.